Hi, and welcome to Sunday with Mike, show number 98. On today's show, we're going to cover some email guidelines, the most hated email lines, a recent Fiverr experience, and handling negative reviews. Grab some coffee and join me. I'll be right back. I've got my coffee and I hope you have yours. Today I wanted to cover email basics again. We've been receiving a lot of emails lately that have been using PNG graphics, and they won't display properly on my email client, which is an older computer. So if you're using any PNG graphic files, you should switch those out to the more widely accepted JPEGs. If your email messages are not getting across because they can't be seen, then you're wasting your time and theirs. Don't forget, the very first time that you email a new email address, you should send that email as plain text. Try to avoid links and other things that would trigger spam detectors to think that your emails might be spam. Did you know that your email address can actually be what's called blacklisted? It can be, and if that happens to you, none of your emails are going to get through on that server. Imagine being blocked forever on Gmail or Yahoo. Everything will be routed to the trash or spam folder if that happens to you. There are a lot of websites that you can run your email address through that are called blacklist testers to see if you pop up with any results. Hopefully you don't, and you're not on any list anywhere. If you do, then you need to contact each hosting company where you're blacklisted and fill out their online form to be removed. I have the most trouble with Hotmail and Yahoo for some reason, and I think it's our company name, Digital Music Services, and that music seems to trigger some spam filters. So I take extra steps when I'm sending to any one of the emails to those two servers. Learn who your trouble servers are and try to do what you can to improve the odds that your email will make it through to your client. I recently had to send a contract to a lady for their Christmas party, and after repeated attempts to their company hosting service, she still didn't get the email with the contract. I finally stripped everything from the email except my name, that's all that was in the body of the email, and the contract finally made it through. So don't make the assumption that if you send an email that everybody's going to get it automatically, because it's just not that simple, and you're dealing with a lot of different companies and each have their own set of rules.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
I recently read an article that showed the results of a study about emails. It seems that Adobe, the Photoshop and PDF company, recently conducted a survey of 1,000 people to see what they thought were the most annoying email phrases and then ranked them from worst to least offensive. What do you think the most annoying phrase of all in email land? What do you think? You know what it is? Quote, "Not sure if you saw my last email," end quote, was voted number one. Have you ever used this in an email follow-up? I know that I have. The phrase, "per my last email," came in second, and "per our conversation" came in third. Some of the others are, "Any update on this? Sorry for the double email. Please advise. As previously stated. As discussed. Reattaching for convenience," and it goes on from there. This report goes on to say that emotion and intent are sometimes hard to convey via email. Really? Sure. So some phrases can negatively impact productivity and culture. I'm going to post the link down in the description column for you if you'd like to read the full report. Recently, I was in need of a special computer programmer to upgrade some hand-coded PHP on our website, and trust me, that is not the easiest person to find. I posted in many Facebook groups and other places, but nothing came of my post. Then I remembered a previous story that we did way back when about a company called Fiverr.com. I decided to set up an account and post my requirements in their computer section. I was asked a series of questions about my needs. What services did I want? Describe my project. How much time was allowed to complete my project? And finally, how much was my budget? Within hours, I had 10 people respond to my post, all wanting my job. Most were within my allotted budget and time frame, but there were some who were bidding much higher. After reviewing the offers, I selected a programmer who happens to be in Pakistan. He was very cordial, friendly, and typed excellent English. He took on my project, he worked very hard on it, and we were able to update the code to my satisfaction. It did take an extra day or two, and the price did get a little bit higher than my original stated budget that I wanted to stay within, but mostly because there were multiple errors and not just one that I had assumed that we had. All in all, it was a great experience, and I have already used his services again on a different project. My point is this: we can't all be great at everything, but you also don't have to be. If you simply know where your weaknesses are and then reach out and using this service to pair up with someone who is affordable that can help you to achieve your goal. It was worth it for me, and I hope you'll have the same great experience. Recently, one of our local DJs posted a story about a wedding review that he just received. It was just posted for a wedding that he did many months ago. In fact, it was over 8 months ago. The story goes like this. He did a wedding and thought everything went well. He recalled getting a tip from the father of the bride and felt that it was a good night and everything was fine. So you can imagine the slap on the face that he must have felt when 8 months later he receives a terrible review from this past bride. It bothered him enough to share it in a local DJ group and ask for feedback. My advice to him was to learn all he could from the post. Throw out the trash that wasn't true, but really try and learn from what she had to say. Then tomorrow morning when you wake up, leave it behind and move on. In my career, I've learned a lot, but I have learned more from my mistakes than I've ever learned from my successes. Try to learn all you can about people, what they expect, how you can connect with them, and how to achieve those goals. When someone is down, it's not the time to kick them. It's time to lend a hand and help them, and remember that we're all in this together. We can all learn from each other's successes and failures. So what I'd like to ask you is that you become that positive voice in your DJ community and be that guy that others can count on when they need some help. That's going to be our show for today. I hope that you'll share the show with your friends. Give me your thoughts down in the comment section and be sure to give us a thumbs up. We're still saving a seat for you in the Sunday with Mike Facebook group, and I hope that you'll join me there and here next week.